Do you hear that? That is the sound of ancient terrible things headed this way on today's Roll for Crit Playback.
In this game, intrepid adventurers are trying to find secrets on a dark, mysterious river. However, things can go terribly, terribly wrong. We'll see who is the lone survivor. I'm Will Keeler.
I'm Jonathan Estes, and this is Roll for Crit Playback.
Our intrepid explorers have gathered to explore this dark river. But who will survive this unknown and dark journey? Who knows? But we begin by... We'll see. We'll find out when we see who gets the journal before it's burned as useless junk. Ooh, spooky.
We've got a really weird pool. We've got a dark signet, pit of spikes, lost mariner. Hey, Captain, you should go pick up the Lost Mariner. You bet you can help him out.
I like the idea that the pit of spikes are on this boat.
The haunted ancestor, I misread that for a second as the unwanted ancestor. It's like, you know, that weird cousin no one likes. It's like, oh, that guy's over there.
That weird brother that nobody wants to...
Yeah, forget that older brother.
I am going to visit the proprietor at the Ghastly Gorge. So first, I'm going to discard a card to draw a new one.
You can discard any number, by the way.
The number I choose is 1.
Yes, I just want to make sure.
Alright, so what did I even need? 2 dice showing 5 or higher. I don't have that. I'm going to just reroll all of them because I only got one of the things I wanted.
4K?
You're asking me why?
Yeah. I want it in Spanish, though.
You did it.
That is a very good roll.
Except those, I think they have to be... Oh no, 3 of a kind, yeah. It could be anything. That is a pretty good roll. Alright, so I succeed on this. Oh, so first I already have that. And I'm going to use my 3 of a kind, obviously, for the 3 of these babies right here.
That's pretty nice.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice. I have a lot of courage right now.
I got this, I got this. So...
You got it.
What
Yeah.
does exactly say? 3 dice, 5 or higher. Alright, yeah, so
You
I
got
got it.
Alright, so, I will go here.
You get the map.
If you chose... No, if he chooses to. I mean, he probably should, because whoever's holding it gets a point.
I don't know why you wouldn't.
Yeah.
On the map!
Unless you really don't want to go first.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
why
yeah.
wouldn't you? I hate having more choices.
Well, you do.
Yeah, that's true. I usually do.
I'm just going to sit with this and get 2 blue tokens with this and kill it with that. So, that's dead. And I also want to spend a blue token to use one of my cards. Arcane Insight to steal a money from someone.
Whoa.
I don't have any, I'm sorry.
Call attention to yourself.
Yeah, it was ultimately a bad
you had the
decision.
most.
Ultimately, you had the most. You had 2,
True.
they all had 1.
Party card cash.
What does that say?
Everything's 1 cheaper.
I was going to buy that, but that seems really cool.
I mean, judging by the costs, I guess the tincture is better. But to me, that seems better.
Yeah.
But it depends on, especially early game. That's gonna help you out a lot in the long run.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
because I'll be able to get more.
All right. So...
You wanted to take that money, you said?
Yes. I
I'm the heiress. I need my dollar bills.
am going to visit
The yawning chasm.
take that, and I am going to use its ability to spend 2
So dumb.
to beat this.
Hey, they called it the yawning chasm. It's their own fault.
Well, I could just spend the 1. I'm going to roll for that. I mean,
Oh wait,
I
you
just
can
need a
spend
6.
courage to kill something in a different region?
Only with that ability.
Oh, okay. I keep thinking it's like, wait, this is a thing you can do, and forgetting, yeah, that's just the area's power.
I did not get a 6.
So can you still spend for that?
Well, he could
He can
re-roll.
reroll
Yeah.
the entire
Oh,
thing.
true.
He needs 1 6.
Yeah. There it is.
There we go. With 2 2s.
You're ready for ballet? He's got 2 2s.
All right,
Nice.
so
Nice.
I spend the 6 on that.
And he would get a horrible thing token if he didn't get it.
That's true.
You mean terrible. You mean terrible.
Terrible thing, sorry. Sorry.
Wow,
To get my
9.
terminology right.
You get 2 tokens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go
So
there.
first you get that.
Now, do you want a focus or a feat?
Well, he may choose. It's not mandatory.
You don't have to take one if you don't want to.
I'll take a focus.
A lovely Ford Focus.
Got a lot of tokens.
I do.
So what does he have to get? A
1, 2,
roll.
3, 4. It's
So
actually pretty hard to
It
beat.
is pretty hard.
Even if I get it, I'm still not sure if I would want to kill.
Ooh.
Spend 1 to reduce the 5 to a 4.
All right.
Whoa, nice.
Now, still the question is, do I want to kill that or get 4 money? You know what? I'm not going to kill it.
All right. So
So I'm going to take my 4 monies.
the rumor of the lost mariner.
So where's...
You get 4?
Damn it! I was looking for him. I didn't check under the couch.
And give him a focus.
A lovely Ford Focus. Wish I was an heiress.
No, you got your
Nice.
money working the hard job. For the deadliest catch.
Apparently, being a captain doesn't pay well. I feel like I'm just a guy with like a crappy, broken up boat with no crew. He just calls himself the captain.
Well, your crew got lost.
Too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm sorry.
Hideous fetish.
Excuse me?
Hideous fetish. You know, fetish.
Oh, there's the
That's
anaconda.
one hideous fetish.
Oh, doomsday device. I feel like that wins the game.
All right.
Apparently, there's a cemetery at the rusted gun sloop. 'Cause there's grave robbers there.
We're just gonna say gun sloop is another name for graveyard.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
You're killed by gun, sloop, fall, slip, gun sloop.
Some people go to the knife sloop,
Yeah.
the old age sloop.
No, Grandma, we're not sending you to a nursing home. We're sending you to the old age sloop.
So I guess a gun sloop is like a battleship.
Yeah.
Sounds a lot better to say battleship.
Take any 2 tokens from one opponent and then give them 2. So
Huh.
Trade, you mean?
pretty
Sort
much.
of, yeah. And non-consensual trade.
Yes. I
Right.
charmed you. Here you go, Jonathan. Take those. I'm gonna take that and that.
I already had no money. I mean, now I just have really no money.
Ancient Terrible Things, which ironically comes from Pleasant Company Games, is about pretty much you all play different adventurers, but you're actually going, apparently, the story's already been told. You're seeing who is the lone survivor who wrote this journal before it gets thrown into the crazy house furnace and stuff.
It's a yarn.
Yes, at least that's the story. But unlike probably most of the games I think we play on this October horror games, this one definitely, like, there's that, but most of it otherwise it's more mechanical. This really is a mechanic dice rolling game.
Yes, definitely. It's
Not as much. You're not thinking like I cut through the bushes with my machete to reveal an ancient terrible thing.
yeah. You're there. I mean, yeah, you're going to the place and you're seeing it's the gun sloop.
Yes, and we were making plenty of jokes of like, apparently there's a graveyard and a pit trap in the gun
Right.
sloop.
But that being said, as was remarked upon by some of us in the video, the artwork does a really nice
Yeah.
job of giving you
This
that
sort
theme.
of mystery pulp fiction style.
Yes, it feels like a nice fit, and it also feels a little different than most Cthulhu games. So it doesn't feel like a retread.
Honestly, this really, like, the Ancient Terrible Things has tentacles. That's it. I wouldn't even call it Lovecraft or Cthulhu.
Right.
I mean, maybe there's small references in a couple of those cards that's
true.
But it's not, or if it is, it's so hidden. It's not like the obvious, like, here's Cthulhu.
They're right. There aren't actually elder gods. You're right. It's more of just that, like you said, pulp horror mystery.
That dark jungle and like almost like when the dark heart of Africa. That time when everyone thought like, oh, if the center of Africa is the most dangerous place in the world.
Right. So down to those mechanics that you talked about. You're rolling dice. You watch us play a little bit of it. It has definitely the same DNA as a lot of these dice games. You're trying to get different combinations. Sometimes you get powers for rerolls. There's also a bunch of different tokens that you can use to change your fate.
Yeah, unlike other the few dice games that I can think of, compared to this, which is interesting, a lot of those are more about, you're going to roll dice, but you're going to build a dice engine. that lets you re-roll, change mechanics. While that appears in here, as one person sort of claimed, that's not really the best goal to go for.
Well, that's true. Basically, the items, the swag, could build an engine.
And some of the feats, I think they're called.
Yeah, but a lot, like, they have those extra dice, and it's not like you can get an extra die for one turn.
Right.
But you're not like it's not like a deck builder.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. And I think what's actually more important, and this game is more like, well, the dice thing is the central mechanic, literally the board, that's where you roll the dice.
It's in the center.
It's a resource management game. You have to know how to manage your different resources, to buy things, to whether to use it to buy fates, to steal from other people. So I think that's where it stands out a little bit more compared to the other ones I can think of.
Yeah, no, you're right, and I think it provides a lot of interesting strategy in which resources do you want to specialize in.
Well, especially in a lot of the ones. I mean, while there are some that's either everyone discard this one or steal one from you, a lot of the big stealing ones I can think of, or at least
the powers or whatever,
or you can steal the ones of your choice, are really more along the lines of, I could steal from you, but I have to give something to you in return.
Yeah.
So there you have to think along the lines of like, I don't need this as much, and he doesn't need this, so I'll give this to him or something.
Right.
So there's definitely, I think that's what I think makes it really interesting, because honestly, a lot of the cards, with the exception of a few that gave symbols we saw at the end, you weren't like, all right, now I've got my 6s, and now 6s give me a free reroll. Like, if you recall, in our Gen Con for 2016 video, depending when you're watching this, I got to make this clear, from Bezier Games, I forget
Colony.
Colony, for example. If you remember that really was a dice engine.
Right.
This doesn't have that. You're not really building an engine. You're more of pressing your luck and managing your resources, which actually fits, I guess, the theme more.
You're pretty much on the same starting ground each turn.
Right.
With some different
like it does, and which I think actually works to the theme's advantage of like, I'm pushing to get this. Will I get through this?
Well, the other things that it means is that it's hard for someone to really fall behind, because you don't have that thing where someone just bought the best cards and they have like 40 dice.
Snowballing doesn't happen as much.
All right, captain's on the move. Let's do the, what do they call it? Desperate act.
You might as well choose the one that's easier.
Right. And then this guy, I will roll for. I need 5 of 3 or higher. I'll roll all of them again. Come on! Oh my god. Alright.
Oh,
That's
really
okay. I'm gonna...
Okay, because then I'm like, that would hurt so much.
I'm gonna make a sublime move, cost me his feet, and I just change 1 to 5. So it's a 5.
Oh, that's a pretty sweet card.
So you got this. I'm going here. Take this.
You want that fetish, huh?
You got 2 3s there.
Play Giant Leap, and I'm gonna set a die to 3.
It's
So I have 3.
It's a little excitement in your voice, Neil.
I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna turn this one!
It's a
into
giant
3.
leap for man.
I'm leaping!
It's not just a small step.
I leapt, and I did it.
All right. In addition, you can also get a focus
True.
with the 5.
A lovely new Ford Focus.
Alright, I'm gonna
What do you have those for? You might as well
Alright,
use them.
calm down.
No, get more excited, get more angry.
God damn it!
Does the blade
Oh.
You can do 1 or 2.
I'll do.
I mean, it's worth
It's
5
worth 5
points.
Alright, I'll do 2. Thanks for reminding me.
I would give you a big lead,
Yeah.
sort of.
Blow.
Oh no, it's never.
I'm sick. You don't want me to blow.
Yeah.
Alright.
Give me that card finally. I have rats, a hideous fetish, and a pit of spikes with me.
But what cards do you have?
Oh, I don't know. I'm illiterate.
What can I actually think I can get?
The doctor is really hard to get, but he's so worth it.
Oh wow, it's
Yeah.
10 points.
Yeah.
For what you need.
5 dice, so 5 or higher.
Oh god.
All right, so I need to get 2 pairs, and they have to not be the same, but they have to be 3 or higher. Ooh. Well, I don't have any. I don't have any focus, so I have to do all rerolls. So that's.
Whoa.
Oh
man.
I'm gonna spend 1 to get a free reroll. Sleight of hand. Nope.
Ouch.
So now this is my last reroll. Ah, two. Nope.
I really want to go for that doctor.
Is it worth it?
Well, if you have the cards.
I do have I have cards.
Just go for
I
it.
have
Right.
cards.
Go for it.
I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
Because I'm crazy like that. So, I need 5 dice out of 5 or 6. Maybe I'll get lucky and get it all right away.
No.
And none of them are. I'm just gonna do a full reroll. Alright, that's 3 5s. Okay, so I have this card, it's called Contingency Plan.
Okay.
Costs 3.
Okay.
Reveal the top 3 cards of the feat deck and play them all for free in any order.
Oh.
Wow.
What? That card is crazy.
So,
Once they're all worthless.
well, I might as well
got
do
it.
this first. This gives me 3 focus tokens.
Wow.
This is gain 1 token of each type from the supply and take the terrible thing token showing, and it's not a May, so I have to play this even if
Yeah.
Yeah.
even if I wouldn't want to. So I gain 1 of each token type, but I also get
Get one of these.
The highest one.
yes. All right. And then this one is each opponent I can choose either everybody loses a courage or I steal 1 courage. from
Probably
someone.
stealing since.
Yeah, that's
You
what I'm
can't-
thinking. So, thank you. I'm gonna roll a panic die because I'm panicking.
It's the
Oh, it's the red
final
one.
countdown.
There's still a fairly good chance I don't get
Does it
this.
replace one of the greens?
No, this
No,
is
it's an addition.
He wouldn't be able to play if
Okay.
it was a replace.
Alright.
Ooh, so it's
Christmas
pretty
did
much-
not save you. Unless you're
Well, I'm spending my 2. This is my last chance. So I'm gonna re-roll
Oh gosh.
these 2.
Oh gosh.
Wait, this is the final stand with you and the doctor just standing off. against-
Captain v Doctor, Dawn
You're like,
of Terror.
I broke my fever on my own, doctor. Was that what about the fading? Oh!
One away.
So close.
no doctor for you.
Well, that was definitely not a good decision.
But you were so close. It was a good decision.
I had like a million things in my favor.
Well, that was, and plus it was really cool.
All right, Neil, you're up.
Alright. I'm gonna go here. Made
Okay.
this decision quite a long time ago.
All right.
Sorry, so a 3, 4, 5 or 4, 5, 6.
Right.
Far 5, 6. Farfig Newton. You didn't.
No.
Oh!
got it.
Oh,
got it.
nice. Alright, cool.
And you also
And then-
get 2 focus.
I think Neil's definitely in the lead. And
It's
I think
only
you're
because
second.
you
You have the most points, that's
well,
why.
it's only because I'm the first person on this round to go.
I just need 2 pairs. I just need 2 pairs.
I mean, how hard could it be? All you gotta do is roll it. Well, what? Do they have to be 3 or higher?
No, anything.
Oh. Wow.
Well, 1 or higher.
I rolled all zeros!
Alright.
Oh, great, I'm last. Every time.
Gotta take that map, bro.
Oh, look, perfect.
I did, and it was a horrible decision.
Just a pair of 6s.
Just a pair of 6s. Just a 6 or 2 will do. I am going to do a focused reroll. Spend 4 to keep that 6. Ooh. And roll these.
Okay.
All 1.
Some serious focus you got there.
I got it.
There you go.
And Jonathan, here, you can have more money.
How many things are you stealing? What am I, your bank?
Alright,
No, you're just his Adderall. He's stealing all your focus.
so I need a 3, 4, 5,
There we
6.
go.
Wow. I didn't expect to get that on the first roll.
Well, okay then.
Oh my god.
Wow.
God.
Huh.
What are you gonna do now?
I just got a lot of points.
Oh my god.
That was ridiculous.
What did you...
So you're up to 24
What?
now?
Yeah,
Wait, where was this?
because I bought the hook.
So I need a straight of a 2 through 5?
Yes.
It's insane.
Those deranged cultists.
I got a 1, 2, 2, 4, and a 6. I'm spending my 2 focus tokens.
I just wanted to know if you did it on purpose.
God damn it.
Nope.
Hold on.
If I had one more of these, I could do it. And I don't.
There's nothing worth
Don't
holding
use
to.
your 2 focus.
No.
Just go for it.
Like if you had 2 of the
just,
same.
I'm
it
just
would've
gonna re-roll them all. I mean,
one shot.
because I don't want to try to match one. I'd rather them.
Come on, you're the prospector.
Oh, come on, do it.
So no one will know what happened to the pilots. Maybe the deranged cult got him. Who knows? It's desperate time, so I gotta dig deep. We're digging deep. So everyone reveals their hand, and I can choose a revealed card.
Oh.
So anyone have anything that costs 0?
I do.
No.
No.
And you actually might
Each
want
player gains 2. Yes.
What is
Yes.
Each player gets.
Yes, I dug deep. I
There you
dug
go.
deep. So
Whoa, it's almost
Those
a
are
perfect
good.
straight.
I'll spend 2 of those. Because all I need are
3s. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's in your favor.
Well,
Wait.
I can hire some help to get 2 focus die.
It's. Oh my God! This is the
50-50 shot.
No, it's more because it's 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 4.
Oh, you're right.
That was so.
Oh man.
Oh man. Oh, that would have been so cool. Oh.
We've had some good bad rolls this game.
It was really close, even though I didn't think it was going to be that close.
It's also because it's hilarious how everyone's like, this one outside of like literally the last turn, which is the perfect last turn I could ask for in this game. Like it was just if I had one more this or one more this or you didn't do this,
Everyone had like the one that
which
got
sort of
away.
happens to this dice. Oh, and I think that's usually fine. I think it was fine for this. I mean, we've talked about this plenty of times before. The kind of gamers, there's certain people who blame it almost their loss, like I would have won if this and.
Because it's luck based.
Right. And I don't think that was too bad in this because this is literally a dice luck based thing.
And you do have your cards to
Honestly, my
affect.
biggest disappointment though is you guys in the recording didn't really see. You were the only person who interacted with the 5 dice outside the game.
Right.
There's supposed to come a lot more from the chance cards, like adding a luck die or the blue die, and we didn't see that at all, which is a little disappointing.
Yeah.
And that was my one big thing. The big thing I have with this game, and it's not really this game specifically, and this sort of happened, I was really disappointed. Because this is something I know I used to do a lot. It's because I've been able to wean myself off from doing it, but everyone does it a bit. When scores are open, people are like, I can't win. Which is a little which is why which is funny for me because I knew like I'm probably not gonna win until we realized my cards had symbols, so I actually had all these achievements.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because
Like-
you looked like you were in last for a while until it turned
to me,
around.
I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to get this achievement. Just like, and that's why I'm very proud of myself. Even if I lost that game, if I didn't know about the symbols, I've been like, I didn't think I can't win no matter. I just thought like, what's the best I can do? And that's what. And the big one I hate with that is smash up happened with that. And I think the biggest issue is I know with king making comes a lot with there, and not because I'm like, oh, I would have won if you didn't king make. It's more of it's worse to be the king maker.
Oh yeah.
Because then you're like,
it's not fun.
well, I'm just, that's where I think my big problem with this kind of game is. But I don't think that's like that doesn't kill this game.
Well, do you think it would work better if you just had those cards face down and just people couldn't count them? I mean,
don't-
you'd have to reveal them for the achievements because you have to prove
That's
you
the
have
thing,
them.
yeah.
Maybe you could just cover the numbers. And
I mean, we'd
keep
have to try it to be sure. And the
Yeah.
problem is it's not typical to this game. So I'm not saying it's like
It's one of those things that
almost you have to
happens.
live with.
Yeah.
And it's almost more the people you're playing with and stuff. And maybe once you play a little while.
Just discourage people from doing that.
But that's why I really like the last turn of this game because the person had this brilliant all items was like the last roll if he gets this. So like that's why if it was open, it was actually great because you knew he was on this intrepid.
True.
So that's when it worked. But I think overall that's something that's more of a I don't think a game. It's like something
your mileage may vary
Yeah,
as to whether
it's honestly something I noticed I did it really bad. And Smash It was where because I hadn't played it, I noticed that. So I've learned to curb myself on that.
No, that's a good policy.
I really do like the mechanic of that. Oh, I'm going because I was seeing that I was actually doing this from the beginning. Apparently, no one else was, but I was thinking like, okay, first thing I got was I think it was one of the green symbols. Okay. So I was like, I'm gonna try to get more green symbols. Like if you remember the one I failed, the portal, I went for that mostly for the green symbol on it because I thought that would give me the achievement. Mm-hmm. So like I love that sort of back and forth, like the longest road sort of thing. But I like the way, unlike Catan, which there's only the longest road or Ticket to Ride
and largest army.
But even then, largest armies, this I felt could have been much more dynamic, and why the longer game would have been a lot more fun to see people trading those back and forth. And there's 4 of them. So
well, I definitely would. I think prefer the longer game because it also gives you more. Yeah, like that for that reason. And you just when you're buying things, it feels more substantial. Like, oh, this is a long-term investment. It's going to pay off here and there, especially towards the end of this.
And hopefully seeing more of those odd dice, like the lucky roll, the red die.
Yeah, like there are plenty of items that I was like, well, I could buy that, but this late in the game, it's almost not worth it.
We should mention that this is the base. There is an expansion. We haven't tried that yet. And that I'm very curious to try it because that adds a whole new type of cards like curses, I believe, and stuff. And a 5th player, so 5 people can play.
That's good. That's good.
And
this is
the other actually thing, which is really interesting, is it came with. I'm going to mention it now because honestly, it's almost something you should think about with the base. How to make it a pocket edition.
Yeah.
So you could actually take this. It brings a smaller board and like so you can compact it like in a restaurant or something. I mean, not pocket in the sense of like a few components, but I think something worth
easier
thinking
to take
about
on the go.
Yeah. So yeah, if you have even the smaller space like that, you saw I like the size of the board, very nice, especially for dice rolling, something like that. To know that the nice strip like.
That is a nice thing because you always have that problem of your dice finding a place to roll them without knocking pieces into each other or rolling things out of the way. It's nice that they
I wish there.
that.
And the other thing, maybe the expansion does it. Like I said, I haven't really looked. Is something that interacts with the rumors.
Yeah, the rumors don't really do anything.
And that's the thing. Like this game has things in like rumors, spike drip, but in the end you're like, okay, that's a green symbol, that's a blue. I rolled dice.
Yeah, no, you don't care.
It has beautiful art and stuff, but like that's one of the things that. But I think that in some ways that could be considered a good thing.
That's fine. Yeah, like every game shouldn't be Battlestar Galactica.
Right.
You sometimes you just want to hang out and play Yahtzee a little bit, you know.
And that's the thing. It does Yahtzee in a way I think we would take this off the shelf again.
It's a good, as a term I heard recently, beer and pretzels game. It's like poker or something. You can just hang out around a table. Like the company or no?
Because I'm just curious if they meant
like hang out around a table and you can you don't have to be super focused on it or super intense. It's just kind of a fun distraction.
And in the end, the winner still gets that feeling like I am the lone survivor. I went insane.
Yeah, like I wouldn't call it a filler game. It's a pretty good right
it's
between a good beginner and medium.
Yes, it's a good mid-range game, and because of the luck base, it's not going to be something where, I mean, we did have some strategizing in it, which is good, but it's not like I rolled.
Yeah,
okay, I'm done.
I think it does as good a job as King of Tokyo, which we like, that in letting you affect your die roll, so you don't, even if it's luck-based, you feel like you have a little bit of a chance.
So overall, I do think for a dice, it's definitely one of the ones I like for a dice and rolling because one, it's different because it's not just build your dice engine. Mm-hmm. 2, the theme and the luck actually go hand in hand. The randomness from the way the card dealt in the beginning really changes up, so you're not like, oh, purple are always better or green are always better, or always go for the doctor. The resource mechanic does bring that new thing to the dice thing, so you actually have to think a lot more. And finally, because it's not too heavy, this is something you can bring to more of a lighter group or a lighter event. So definitely a purchase I was very happy to get and to try out.
I'm with you. I think I pretty much agree with exactly everything you said. It's not the game that's gonna blow anybody away. It's rushing off like you're gonna want to take it off your shelf all the time. But it's just a fun, decent length game that appeals to the audience.
I think when they're making this game, like let's take a dice game and make it good. They hit their target.
So if you're curious about Ancient Terrible Things, or maybe you've played it before, you have a question or comment, you could please leave it right here in this video for us, right down below on YouTube, or on our own page on rollforcrit.com. You can also email us, rollforcrit@gmail.com, or contact us on Twitter, Facebook, subscribe on iTunes to our regular podcast with lots of other videos and more Halloween videos coming this month of board games for you to check out. Of course, if they really want to give us some love, they could go to our website.
Rollforcrit.com. Yeah, we actually post all our videos there, plus plenty of news articles, and we have a lot of awesome Halloween games to sell there, which you'll be seeing more of later this month. And definitely check them out. Leave comments if you want to talk about them there as well, or on our news stuff. We look everywhere, and we will talk about them on our regular podcast.
Yes, we look everywhere. Hopefully no ancient terrible things befall you. Ever. Just in general.
I mean, unless you want to see Cthulhu in the world,
looking out
then,
for
yeah,
it.
go for it.
Yeah.
But until then, I'm O'Keeler.
I'm Jonathan Estes, and this has been Roll for Crit Playback. Do you hear that? That's just awful.
Do you hear that? That's me getting revenge for taking my daughter. That's wolves.
The wolves are coming.
Do you hear that?
Do you hear that?
Oh, I didn't see the art on this card. Wow.
For that.
Yeah, it's usually in that top half.
Feel good about yourself?
I'm sure he's feeling real good.
You know, half the time in the crime shows, they had this matchbook on them. The Scarlet Inn.
In noir stories, matchbooks are like these biggest smoking gun. That's the fingerprints of their world. Check for matchbooks.
Also, in detective shows, it's like, they go to interview someone. Yeah, well, I'm just gonna keep moving these boxes, you know. Like they're always still doing whatever they're doing.
Right,
It
right.
has to be against a blue
Let me just unload the fish from this truck.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of ancient terrible things headed this way on today's Roll for Crit Playback. Why won't it change? I clicked twice.
That was so good, dude. I just want to know you're clicking nothing.
What's your name? Oh, my name's Anna. Oh, thank you, Miss Conda.
The Think Witch.
That sounds cool.
I think at you.
Ah!
I've had
All
my
right.
share of downs in the doldrums myself.
Who are you?
The name's Rogo.
Do you hear that? That is the sound of ancient terrible things headed this way. Shit!
Can that be the opening? Ancient terrible shit.